Hello everyone, you are welcome to today's class. So in this class we want to continue from where we stopped. Uh, we are still on statistics, but today in this video we want to look at frequency table. So whereby under this we'll be looking at mean, median and mode of frequency distribution. So we're going to be looking at the following objectives. This is what we're going to cover. So meaning of frequency, then we also look at frequency table. So the meaning of frequency table. Then we look at the mean, median, and mode of frequency distribution. So that is what we have for us in this video. So let's start with the first part. What is frequency? Anytime you hear the word frequency, frequency is referring to the number of times something happens or something occurs. So how frequent is that thing is? So it's what refers to our frequency. For example, if we look at the data we have here, we have 1, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the number of times each of the digits appears refers to as their frequency. So let's take a look at the first one here. So we have 1. So 1 appears how many times? We count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the frequency of 1 is 4. 2 appears how many times? So that is 1, 2, 3. 2 appears 3 times. 3 appears how many times? 1, 2, 3. It appears 3 times again. Then 4 appears how many times? We check 1, that is 1. 5 appears how many times? This is 1, 2. You can see we have covered everything. So this is what refers to as frequency. The number of times a value appears or something happens or occurs is what refers to as frequency. I hope this is clear. So the next stage is now to look at what is a frequency table. So having understood the meaning of frequency, which is the number of times something occurs. So if you now have a table that shows how values appears, and the values is showing the number of times each values appears, that's what refers to as frequency table. That's why I said a frequency table organizes data by grouping similar values and showing how often each value or range of values what appears. So exactly, so these tables are helpful in calculating central tendency. We describe how data points cluster around the middle value. So that is measure of central tendency, which is our third uh, objective for this class. So this is measure of central tendency. So that's what refers as frequency table. That's why you see here in this table here, we have scores of students and number of students. The number of students here is telling us how many students scored 0, which is the frequency of 0 in the test. So the frequency of 0 in this test is telling us the number of students that scored 0, which is 2 here. Why 1 in front of 1 means only one student scored 1 and only 4 students scored 2. Why one student scored 3, 2 students scored 4, 8 students scored what? 5, then 4 students scored 6, 3 students scored 7, and so on and so forth. So 4 students scored 10 marks. So that is what refers to as frequency table. So this is quite different from the previous one that we have. For example, I can ask you to find the mean, median, and mode of this set of data that we have here. So how do we go about that? We have done that in our previous video. So we just add all the numbers together. So let's take a look at how this is done, so that by the time we move to frequency table, you will now see the beauty of the formula we are going to introduce to solve for mean, median, and mode. So let's take a look at mean for the as the case study. So we want to find the mean of this. So the mean of this is the addition of everything, which is 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, all right, plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 all over. So 1 plus 2, that is 3, plus 1, 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 25, 25, 30, 33. So this gives 33. And all over, how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All over 13. So that means we are saying 33 all over what? All over 13. So that is that on this one. I hope this is clear. Now, we don't want to apply it because this one has to do with frequency. Let's now go to where we have frequency. So if we have frequency, how are we going to do that? So let's see how we're going to do that. I'll keep that so that we see the beauty of what we are saying. So instead of you to be adding it one by one like this, so we just say, we look at 1 appears how many times? 1 appears 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 will give us 4. That will be 4. Plus 2 appears how many times? 1, 2, 3. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. 3 appearance and 1, 2, 3. That gives us 9. 4 appear many times? 1. That's plus 4. 5 appear many times? That is 2. That is 10. So let's add everything together over 13 and see if we are going to get this or not. So 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 9 is 29. Plus 4 is 33 over 13. You can see it's the same thing. So that is what we are introducing. Instead of you to be adding it one by one, so just make use of a particular formula that will help you to get the answer straightforward. I hope this is clear. So let's move to that aspect now. So this is a frequency table. So let's now look at mean of a frequency table. So the mean of a frequency distribution is calculated thus. So that is mean is equal to this symbol. We call the sum of fx over sum of f, or sum of fx over n. So where the sum of, which is called sigma, represents sum of. So the symbol you can see that looks like E there means sum of. While F represents the frequency. The F here represents frequency, number of times a value appears. While X is the value that we're talking about. Then N, so in case we have N, is total number of values, that is sum of all the frequency. So what we are saying is that frequency times the value, when you add them together, divided by the sum of the frequency, that is sum of n, that is when you add all the frequencies together, it should give you. So let's take a look at the example and see how we can solve it. So we have this question now. So imagine in a survey on shoe sizes, frequency table below. So calculate the mean shoe size. So we want to calculate the mean shoe size of here. Now we have different sizes of shoe. We have size 6, we have size 7, we have size 8, we have size 9. Now what we're going to do, this is going to give us x. The shoe size is the value we are considering, while the frequency is telling us the number of times, the number of size 6 that we have there. So we have 3 size 6 shoes. Then we have 5 size 7. We have 4 size 8, and we have 2 size 9. So how do we now get the mean size of shoe in this case? So we're going to have another table where we're going to have this form. We're going to have x, which is referred to as the shoe size. We're starting from 6. We have 7. We have 8. Then we have the last one, which is 9. Then we're going to have the frequency. Then we're going to have frequency multiplied by the value, which is x. Don't forget what we did here. You can see that the number of times 1 occurs is 4 times. That is, we did 1 times 4. So the same thing what we're going to do here in this case. So that is, the frequency we have here is 3. So we put our 3 here. We put then 5, 4, then we have 2 here. So let's draw another line here. So fx means 6 appears how many times? 3 times. So the total of 6 will then be what? 18. That is 18 times 3. 7 appears 5 times. That's 7 times 5. That is 35. Then 8 appears 4 times. That's going to give us 32. Then 9 appeared twice. That's going to give us 18. So we are going to add these together. So 3 plus 5, that is 8, plus 4, that is 12. 12 plus 2, that is 14. I hope I'm making sense. Then we're going to add 18 plus 35. So 18, I'm coming. We're going to add 18 plus 35 plus 32 plus 18. So that gives 103. So don't forget the formula for mean, which is mean. The formula for mean is equal to sum of fx all over sum of f. Sum of fx here is the addition of fx that we have here, which is 103. I hope I'm making sense. And the sum of f is what? 14. So mean in this case will then be 103 divided by 14. So that gives us 7.36. 7.36. So that is the mean shoe size. The average shoe size of this frequency table is 7.3 size, or approximately 7. That's the average. I hope this is clear. So this is how to calculate mean of a frequency table. And you can as well, by the time you break it down, we can as well break it down to in this form. Since 6 appears 3 times, that means it's 6, 6, 6. 7 appears 5 times, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 8 appears 4 times, 8, 8, 8, 8. Then 9 appears 2 times, 9, 9. We add everything together. If we have 6 plus 6, that is 12, plus 6, 18, 18 plus 7, 25, 25 plus 7, 32, 32 plus 7, 32 plus 7, that is 39, 39 plus 7, 46, 46 plus 7, 53, 53 plus 7, 61, 61 plus 8, that is 69, 69 plus 8, that is 77, 77 plus 8, that is 80, 85, 85 plus 18, 85 plus 18, that is going to be 3, that's 103. You can see that's what we got here. So instead of us going through the stress of doing it one by one, that is the essence of this formula. And when you add these frequencies, it's the same thing. I hope this is very clear. All right, so that is that on mean of frequency table. So the next one is now to look at median of a frequency distribution. So median of frequency table. So the median is the middle value when the data is arranged in ascending or descending order. We've learned that already. So with a frequency table, you need to find the value that falls in the middle. So when you have frequency table, so you have to look for a way to find the number at the middle. So that's what it means. So how are we going to do that? So that's what we're going to do at next. So finding the median with a frequency table. So the first thing you need to do is to identify the class or the value that contains the middle value. So to do that, we have two methods. So if the sum of the frequency is odd, that is why this n here means sum of frequency. Right? If it is odd, we make use of the number divided by 2. the number divided by 2. That will give you where the value falls. Then the second method is that if the value is even, you divide it, that's plus 1. You add 1 to it divided by 2. So that will give you the middle value. So let's look at this example. We are going to make use of this same example. So calculate the median shoe size. So for us to calculate the median shoe size, the first thing you notice that the middle value, the total frequency here is 14. The total frequency here is 14. All right. So which means the middle value. So when you have 14 items, you want to pick the middle value. So the middle value will then be, when you divide 14 into 2, it will give you 7. That means it's going to be 6th and the 7th value. It's going to be what the 6th, 7th, and then let's have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So when you count 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you count 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that will be 7th and the 8th value. So 7th and 8th value, because this is even. So for us, we're going to get the median value here. That's going to, for the median position value will then be n plus 1 over 2. That is 14 plus 1 all over 2. That will give us 15 over 2. So which will give us what? 7.5. So the midway between 7 and 8 is what? Is 7.5. All right, so that is what we are going to look for. So where does 7.5 falls? Well, we have 14 there. Where will that one fall? So we are now going to create another column here, which are going to refer to as cumulative frequency. So the meaning of cumulative frequencies is that we are going to be adding the frequency together, starting from the first one to the last one, continuously. So what do I mean by that? The first frequency will be repeated here. So the next cumulative frequency will be the addition of the first cumulative frequency here plus the second frequency, which is going to be 8. Then the next one will be 8 plus 4, which is going to be what? Which is going to be 12. While the next one will be 12 plus 4, 2, which is going to be what? 14. So the last cumulative frequency must be the same thing with the total frequency that we have, which is 14, as you can see here. So now, since we have known that the middle value falls at 7.5 value, right? So then we now look at where does 7.5 value falls. So this is where it stops. The meaning of cumulative frequency here is that this one is telling us that the first to the third value falls here, while from 4th to 8th value falls here, then 9 to 12 value falls here, then 13 to 14 falls here. It's just showing us the position. Now, it's showing us the position of the values. That's what this one is telling us. It's showing us the position of the values. So in that case, this is 7.5 falls here. It falls at this place because this is 8. So 7.5 falls here. From the 4th to what? To the 8th position, it falls here. I hope this is very clear. So in that case, we can now trace it down. So which means the median shoe size is what? Is 7. So that is the answer. You can see that the answers, they are moving closer. So that's what they call it, measure of central tendency. If you look at the answer we got here, we got 7.36. Why this one? Sometimes your answer will be the same. Mean, median, and mode, they will be the same. Exactly. So that is that on the median. I hope this is very clear. So what you just need to do is just to go through the videos gently. You can reverse it so that you can understand some things that I've said there. So move to the next one, which is the mode. So it's the last one here, mode of frequency. The mode is the easiest one to get here. So the mode is the most frequent value in the data set. So the number that has the highest frequency. A frequency can easily show you the mode by identifying the value with the highest frequency count. So if you come back to this same example here, so if it has to find the modal shoe size, so that is the shoe size that appears most, here. So modal shoe size. So what's the modal shoe size? So we are looking for, just check the frequency first. So which value is the highest value under the frequency? That is 5. So we trace it to the shoe size, that is 7. So the answer is 7. So modal shoe size is 7. You can see we got 7 for the mode, we got 7 for the median, we got 7.36 for the mean. You can see the cluster around the same value. So that is that on the mode of frequency distribution. I hope this is very clear. So this is where we're going to stop today in this video. If you find this video useful and helpful, don't forget to give us a very big like and make sure you put that in the comment section what you have found useful there. If you have any question, you can put it in the comment section as well. So we'll be glad to provide solutions to your questions. So we're going to meet in our next video. So thank you. Bye for now.